have a sit-down Q&A chit-chat with us. When can we expect babies? Are you, YouTubers in general, in brackets, financially impacted by coronavirus? How are you finding lockdown?
I've been there with Carys, her two sisters and her mum, and I've been like, what have I got into?
Literally, I'm like, right guys, look at this spot on my vagina. And James is there like,
Hey
hello guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today we have a sit-down Q&A chit-chat with us.
I don't even have my hot drink today because it's a really hot day.
Summer is officially here. James no longer has a tea or coffee in his hand at the beginning of a video, guys.
My hands are empty apart from a Coke Zero.
Coke Zero? This feels so strange. I feel like it's not even summer and we're being really dramatic. So I asked the questions on my Instagram story. So there are so many. I asked 4 questions.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you asked the questions.
I did say
what
that.
were the 4 questions?
James, why are you telling so many dad jokes? It's literally like 3 minutes into the video. I can't cope with all the dad jokes. Okay. What are your tips for keeping marriage fresh? Give 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Give 3. Give 3 or give them on 3?
Well, that's a good Q&A so far. I said give 3 and then I did it on 3.
It's quite difficult, you know, we've only been married for not even a year yet. So I think
fresh already.
Asking kind of, I know, don't get me wrong, it's a long marriage so far and it's feeling fresh still.
Is it? How to keep marriage fresh? I guess that just means like how to keep your relationship fresh in general. I would just say how to keep it fresh. Keep it fresh, kids.
I was going to say shower often.
No, that's also a dad joke. I can't cope. Right, we do have serious answers. I would say my main one is to listen to each other. Even when you're arguing or whatever, just try. And it's so easy if it depends what type of personality you have, but I'm such, like, if I'm stuck on something, I find it really hard to like hear the other side's point of view, other person's point of view. But I think it's really good to just remember that you're with each other for a reason, hear their other side, just communicate all the time, whatever's going on in your head, just communicate it. And I think that's the way to keep it fresh.
I don't think that's how you keep a relationship fresh, that's how you keep a relationship going.
Loyal.
Which is good. That's how you say in a relationship.
Fresh,
Fresh is just like maybe like going on new adventures together. So, you know, if neither of you have ever been, I don't know, something silly like on quad bikes or horse riding.
Oh yeah, James says this and then I book us a Segway tour and he's like, oh!
I feel like our relationship is still fresh enough that I don't need to go on a Segway tour.
Literally, that is so funny that James is just giving you that advice. If I book anything that's like slightly out of the ordinary, he's like, right, I can't believe you booked us a Segway tour. I'm like, James, it's your birthday, I'm trying to do a surprise. I can't believe you booked a Segway tour. And then we had so much fun. We had so much fun on that Segway tour.
I was really, I was really scared to go on it, but once we were on it, it was a pretty amazing experience. But I think, just do new experiences together, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. Maybe sleep on different sides of the bed, mix it up,
we tried that once for one night only and we went straight back onto the other side. So again, great advice from James.
Do people have that? Do people have like set sides? I think people do, don't they? Most people do. Do you not have a set side in your relationship? I'd be interested to know. I
would be interested to know, because I would find that really strange.
I find it strange.
Because you've also got your bedside table and like, imagine a couple where like one night you're just like, I'm going to sleep on this side, and then the next night you're like,
smells. Like, whoa. What if I've gone to bed smelly one night? And then
I like that. I like your smell on the side of the bed. I know. I like James's sweaty smell. That's gross, isn't it? Okay. How are you finding lockdown? Whew, wow.
Ups and downs, highs and lows.
Yeah, there's definitely ups and downs. I'd say overall we're staying positive and we feel good and we're trying to make the most of each day, but there's definitely been a lot of like times where it's felt hard, not hard, but like challenging. It's just different, isn't it? And I feel like one thing I tried to really tell myself early on was like, literally however I'm feeling during this lockdown, I wanted to be accepting of it and like be almost okay with myself feeling that way, because this is something that has never happened to anyone.
Well, not to us.
No, it is something so unusual and so strange. So I feel like any emotion is justified with it.
Yeah.
But James has been so like positive. Like I've been having literal like mental crises, and James has been like really positive. I feel you've been dealing really well with it.
I think the weather in the UK really helps.
Yeah.
I think
you love
in
the
UK,
sun.
like right now, I think if it was raining the whole kind of full week, so if it was like over winter time when it was just dark constantly, whatever, it would be really tough. But I don't know, I'm actually finding like we just have a lot of time in the day in a good way, and I'm quite liking doing everything a little bit slower and kind of getting through and reading my book and
we're definitely not bored. And I definitely think that it's encouraged us to have more of a not slower life, but to enjoy staying at home, because we're a little bit manic. Like we'll literally like rush off to Bristol and then come back and then go shopping and then come back, and like we feel like we have to make the most of every single day, especially if there's a day off. We're like, right, we need to climb Kilimanjaro, then we need to go shopping, then when actually we've been just having days in the house and like doing arts and crafts, and James has been reading The Sun, and it's just been so nice.
We used to, like you said, we used to feel like if there was an hour spare in the day, we had to go and do something kind of extravagant and interesting and like, I don't know, like, we just live in the fact that we have an hour here and there and we're chilled.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, this is a good one. A baby name you love but wouldn't use.
Mila.
Oh my gosh, that's so true. Yeah, we love that name.
We decided early on, we were like going through names to name the dog. And like a couple of names, we were like, oh, but that's a really nice name. We might want that for a baby, so we had to like discount this.
Yeah, so that's basically how we chose Mila.
Well, there was a couple of names that we preferred to Mila. We were like, we can't pick those
because we want them as baby names. That was literally why we went with Mila.
Yeah. I also really like the name Carys, but obviously I wouldn't.
I actually love the name James. We both love the name James, don't we?
I think it's a bit boring.
Do you?
Yeah. But for like a boring name, it's fine. Like it's just a fine name.
What is something that's on yours and James's bucket list? I really want to go to
Japan.
Yes.
Carys wants to go to Japan and go to like the main cities and experience the tech.
I would love to go to Japan. Experience the tech.
The talking toilets that
I would just love it. I think it's so different there, and just I just love the thought of going there and seeing the culture and everything like that. I just love the idea of that. What's yours, Boo? If you could pick one, I know you've got a couple of things that you'd love to do, but if you could only pick one,
I don't know what's on my bucket list. We've got like a lot of bucket lists. Yeah, in terms of like we obviously have work that I really want to do to the house, so that's on my bucket list.
Yeah, that's
like there's places I want to travel to, but I think right now what's more on my bucket list is doing the work on the house.
Yeah, that's true. When I think of bucket list, I think of travelling.
Yeah, everyone
but it's not,
does.
Is it?
No, it can be anything.
Oh yeah, well I'm changing mine.
And so house, and then I want a new car.
Oh yeah, James loves cars. Like literally loves cars. His favourite YouTube channel is Car Wow. If anyone wanted to...
Well, they just do really good reviews of all cars.
I actually love the guy who does it, because obviously I've actually had to watch a billion videos of this guy.
When we were picking Carys's car, well, you know, we share our cars, but Carys's car, we, I was showing Carys like the 3 cars which I thought were the best, and we were talking to her, she was like, great.
And if I asked...
That one looks pretty.
I know. I always regret like looking a little bit interested. He's like, oh, watch this Car Wow video. Oh, let's watch this one where they compare 3 different cars and to see which one is Car Wow approved. Okay.
It's not quite that cringy, but like that is kind of the premise.
He is. I love the guy who does it though. He is great. When can we expect babies? Well, we can't tell you that, guys. Can't tell you that, we only wish we could predict that specifically.
I think anyone in the world could wish that they could pinpoint when they would have babies.
Yes, I would love to. Well, I don't know actually, because it's quite a nice like...
It is nice until it's about 6 months in.
Yeah, that's true.
Your hair out,
especially because I'm impatient. Yeah, exactly. But I would just say, you guys know how broody we are.
Yeah.
We would never be able to pinpoint when we can have them. I would like one tomorrow. Sorry, just to reiterate that.
Probably at least 9 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you loving your new home?
Yeah.
Like more than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah, massively. I don't know if we documented it, but we did have doubt when buying. Did we document that? Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think we did.
When buying the house, we basically pulled out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
There's a couple of reasons that we won't go into because it's not that interesting. But
it's not.
We pulled out and we were like, oh, we're not too sure. And then we thought, oh, you know, and then things got sorted and we went for it. And I look back and I was like, why on earth did we pull out?
Why did we pull out? Like, if we'd have lost this now, obviously you would never know because we never would have moved in and we never would think of it like that. But now I'm here, like, oh, I just can't imagine not being here. And every single day, probably day is dramatic, but even like today, after being here for over 3 months, I find new things that I love about the house, and I just love it so much. And
I think just every day being here, I love it. Like I haven't woken up yet and like not loved the fact that we live here.
Yeah, and being grateful for living here and just so thankful and just feel so lucky. And just the Mila's pig is oinking in the background, if you can hear that. Obviously it's going into summer now, and all the garden, like trees and plants are blooming, and the previous owner did such an amazing job with the garden. Like the garden just absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to be and spend more time in the garden. Hi Mila. What one item for the house will you / have you spent most on?
One item for the house. The piano.
Yes.
Yeah.
The piano.
But then
That's a
it's
good
kind of,
one.
it was our money, but it wasn't. So we have our piano, which you can't quite
Yes.
see, but it's just here.
Wish you
And
could
I
see
got my nan died a couple of years ago, and we put the inheritance, the smaller, you know, the little, not little, I don't know what the right word is, the inheritance she left us
Yeah.
to one side, and we spent it all on a piano.
Yeah, we did.
Which is,
And it was so nice because she was a piano teacher.
I think she did a bit of piano teaching, yeah.
Yeah.
And elocution lessons.
And she has a piano that's at James's parents' house that she had since she was 8.
So yes, it's 85 years old, that piano is, and it's still like in amazing condition, and we grew up learning to play on it for my 2 grades.
Yeah. And you're still learning them
I
now.
did. My brother got to grade 7, I think, or something. Not that you can play at all.
I love it when James plays the piano. Yeah, so we thought that was the perfect thing to buy with it.
Yeah, and we absolutely love it. And I just wanted to stay. I just want it to be with us now forever.
Yeah, like
you know?
it's so much more than just an item, and I think that's what is lovely about when you spend a lot of money on something. It's just lovely when it's so much more than just the item that it is. It's like really, really special.
It means something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you've used money that's come from something else to buy it, and it means something. And you know, like if we have kids, hopefully they'll have a tinkle. You know, whether they learn or not, who knows? But it's just nice to have in the house. And your family all play the piano, and they do play.
It makes a house a home. I feel like
carpets are quite expensive as well.
Why are carpets so expensive? No. How do you cope being apart, or when you miss each other? We are never apart.
We're never apart. That's really difficult.
That's really sad.
I don't think Carys and I are ever apart long enough to miss each other.
I think the longest we've ever been apart is 3 days in the past 6 years. Or
since literally we were dating.
Since
I
even
think
like
it's about
since
6 days.
Yeah, that's really sad. I wonder how I would cope.
We went to Africa for 2 weeks. We had that summer.
I did.
That
We
first
weren't really
summer
going
was-
out then. We were already going out. And that was torturous.
It was about 4 weeks where we didn't see each
But
other.
we've literally been going out like
for about a month.
For about a month, so obviously no one had sympathy for us, but we were just there like, oh, I love you so much. And now 6 years later and we haven't been apart. Every day.
I know.
I'm not sure how I would cope though. I do think it would be really, really difficult. Really difficult.
Yes.
I'm not sure how I would adjust if you had to be gone for like.
It depends if Carys has to do anything practical on her own. I think if I was the one who went away, Mila would probably die.
No, guys, I would be fine. I would maybe adjust and learn.
Mila definitely wouldn't be fair. I'm not too sure whether
But
Carys would
if
be
I went
fed.
away, you'd have no fun.
I know, that's
You'd
true.
have no DIY projects.
Oh no! I wouldn't be able to do any DIY projects.
And that would just be awful for you. Ooh, what are your middle names? We never ever use our middle names,
Gosh,
obviously.
someone's trying to hack into
What's
my bank
mine?
account. Why do you want to know my middle name?
That's such a James thing to say. What's your middle name?
Oh, that's a security question, isn't it?
Identity fraud.
What's your mother's maiden name?
Yeah, see, that would be too
What was
far.
the name of your first school?
It's just like all the same person.
yeah. Can you give me your CCV or whatever?
Okay, what's yours?
My middle name's William.
Oh, I was going to say, what's mine? Sorry, I was going to answer them for each other. It's really not that exciting.
It's not. If you
William.
don't know your middle, each other's
James.
names. Couple test. What's my middle name?
Best couple ever. His middle name. Okay, your middle name's William. Mine's Anna.
Anya.
Anna. Did you have your implant removed?
No.
You can't see.
Mine's still in. As you can see from the little scratch.
Oh my god. Why do you tell so many dad jokes?
I just like to break the tension of these awkward questions.
That is not an awkward question. Yes, I did have my implant removed as it was really funny because I made the like whole effort. I don't know why, but I made the whole effort to like, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it basically because obviously we're just trying to be chilled about everything. And so I had it removed on the 11th of March. And I like wore a jumper this whole day that we were vlogging, and I was like, I'm gonna keep the plaster invisible, like no one will know. And then I posted a video on Instagram on my main feed in a bikini with the blooming plaster, just like boom boom, and everyone was like, woo, implant removed. I was like, ah, forget it. It was gonna come out sooner or later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm an open book.
It's gonna come out the implant.
Boom, boom, boom. Dad
So
joke!
I'm going to be annoying
It's
so many
really
people
annoying.
today. I know.
Including me. Yeah, I got it removed on the 11th of March, so it's fine.
That's very specific, Carys.
I know.
Thank you for that information.
You know I like to be... What's the first thing that you're going to do once you're out of quarantine? I'm going to go and get these hair extensions blooming replaced or taken out or something, because they are literally growing so far down. They're visible in every single hairstyle. Whew.
Yeah, they're not in the right places.
They're
now,
not in the
are
right
they?
places anymore, so, and I can't do anything about it, so they're just like going to be growing down to like here. What are you going to do?
What am I going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably have a really nice night in.
No.
I just don't know.
James.
There's nothing that I'm like, I don't know. I want to be like, ooh, book a holiday, but then I don't know. Like, the weather's so nice.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Now the weather's nice here. We're like, we don't feel like we want to go on holiday, but we have been. We would love to go on a like sunny holiday.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Are you YouTubers in general, in brackets, financially impacted by coronavirus?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
I think people think that YouTubers aren't being impacted at all by coronavirus, but
Yeah,
we are.
We definitely are.
I think obviously we're still posting on YouTube, and so there's ways that, you know, there's several ways YouTubers make money. So we're still posting on YouTube, and we're making a bit of money from AdSense, from YouTube paying us from ads on our videos.
Yeah.
So that's actually now turned into one of our main pieces of income.
Yeah.
Because collaborations have gone completely down the drain.
See ya.
Literally. So apart from longer term signed contracts before this all kicked off,
even
there's
one of my
nothing.
longest term contracts
Yeah.
has gone. I don't know if that was specifically because of coronavirus, but I feel like it did have.
Yeah.
It was one of the reasons.
And then we'd always have like quite a few one-off collaborations. You know, we get emails quite a lot, and a lot of times we turn a lot of companies down and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's just been no one emailing.
No, our emails are dead, literally
Absolutely
dead, and that is so unusual. Yeah, like James said, I feel like collabs is the biggest one, and I think collabs was something that we were really excited about for 2020, because towards the end of 2019, like the last half of 2019, I've been absolutely loving doing collabs. It took a while for collabs to build up, especially on my other channel, and I don't know, it took a while. I think it was just like being around in the industry for a long time until you start to get collabs and you start to be able to work with companies, because I'm really fussy with the companies that we work, well, we're both really fussy, we only do it with companies that we love. So it took a while, and I was really excited, and I was like, 2020, there's going to be so many cool collabs, I can't wait to work with all these people, and now it's just been like, see ya.
Just knowing. And who knows how long that'll take to recover, because obviously we're not getting collabs because these companies have been hit massively, you know, because so many people are out of work or aren't getting paid like they used to, or they're just not needing, say, clothes or other non-essential items. They're not buying from these companies, and these companies are making the finances to pay us to promote them. So that's been the biggest hit.
Definitely, but
we've had to shut down our own merch website because the warehouse workers aren't working, which obviously fair enough. You know, makes sense.
So
so
there was
a bit
quite
of
a lot
income as well.
The only thing that wasn't really affected was, well, it kind of was, because we have a fitness and mental health guide. Obviously nobody's going to buy one package of that, and the one that sells the most includes gym. So obviously no one's at the gym, so that may have been impacted. But then on the other hand, we have on the other side we have a at-home workout with the mental health side as well, so that's been really good for people that are at home and wanting to have workouts for at home and stuff. So we probably talked way too long on that question, but we're really interested in the business side of everything. So we love it.
Because when this first started, everyone was like, "Oh, you won't be affected, will you?" And I was like, "No, we won't be affected."
No, we were like, "We won't."
And I think people don't think of the knock-on effect that everyone's affected, because even if you're in an industry that isn't directly affected, you're affected by the fact that people aren't spending money on your industry.
Definitely. Definitely. It's crazy, really. It's absolutely crazy to think of how much change this is going to have brought about on not only individual people and how they live, but companies, whether they're tiny or absolutely massive. So it's going to have affected everyone in the world. It's absolutely bonkers. What is your biggest fear in life? Mine is probably losing James, or like being lonely. That's sad.
No, being lonely is a sad one.
That's depressing.
I think because I don't want to say the same one as you.
Yeah, good one. Good save.
I don't know. No, I don't have one.
Your biggest
I think
fear?
it'd be the same one. It'd be the same one. Like.
Well, to be honest, I'm going to be completely honest and deep. My biggest fear would be not to be able to have children.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but then I try and be positive about not being able to have children, so I don't want to say it.
I know.
To keep it in from the open, because even though it would be absolutely heart-wrenching not to be able to have our own kids, there are other options.
There are.
So I'm trying
But I think when you get down to the nitty-gritty, it must be the most heartbreaking thing. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, obviously,
I try not to.
You try not to even think about it and stay
not
positive
to
about the options.
Like be ignorant, but stay positive about the options. Like, there's always options. There's always things.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's always a great life you can live without kids.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so true. So I'm going to answer this one. It's a really basic one. It's just, how are your parents? I'm going to answer it because I've had the most insane amount of messages of people asking for me to like interview my parents about having coronavirus, or like ask them about the symptoms, and just, it's obviously something that people are really interested in, and I'm not sure if it's the same for you guys, but I feel like from that it makes me think it is similar for a lot of people. It's so incredibly talked about, but you don't actually know people with it, and
your
you
parents
feel
are
like
the only people we know, like, that have been confirmed that have had it.
Because obviously people don't get tested, but because my parents are GPs, they were tested, and so they were able to be confirmed. So I think people were just really intrigued about how it all went down. So basically they were GPs. I'm trying to get comfy over here. They were GPs. They are GPs, and I'm assuming they picked up coronavirus at work, because obviously they're people coming in with it, and they're going to be at risk, high risk to it every single day. They developed, it was my dad who got it first, and it was very much the symptoms that they explained everywhere. It's kind of like having a really bad flu. They didn't struggle with it like extreme amounts. I would say they were seriously ill. Like my dad, like we were saying to everyone who's been asking, my dad is not someone to like chill out. He's probably where I get my
he's Carys in male form, but
worse,
potentially worse. I definitely would say worse, actually.
Like, he's on the go, he won't sit down, like he's not relaxed. He absolutely adores his job. Oh my goodness me, he's probably never ever missed a day of work for being sick or anything like that. Absolutely adores it. And he was just napping in the middle of the day. He was like just really exhausted, really unwell, like, and that's how it started. And I was like, something's seriously wrong with you. And then
the whole time
it was just
like,
all the symptoms.
Don't have corona.
Yeah, he was being so like, he was like, I'm fine. Like
being unable to talk because
I'm gonna be fine.
And like coughing.
So it was just all the really bad symptoms, but none of them suffered really badly with breathlessness or like any of the sort of breathing things. And I think that would be issues, when it can go really serious was obviously with the chest and lungs, I think, and that would be so terrifying. I would hate the thought of that, and so I think that part of the whole thing really scares me, and I'm sure scares so many other people. But yeah, they both had it really bad, but they recovered really well. They recovered in a couple of weeks, and they're back at work now, and they're kind of not thankful they've had it, but they kind of are, because they have some immunity to it, and a lot of other doctors are getting it now within their practice, and so they're the like healthy ones back on the front line.
On the front line, they're working hard.
How are you coping or managing with a busier household? So for anyone that doesn't make sense for, we are now living with my sister and her fiance, Ella and Christian.
We have been for a while now.
We have been for a while, ever since lockdown came about. They are living with us. I know I've said this a million times in a million videos, and they're living with us because obviously my parents had coronavirus. My sister and her fiance were coming back from university, lockdown was happening, and so they didn't want to go and live with my parents because they had coronavirus, so they came to live with us, and they're going to live with us now until this whole thing is over.
Till it all blows over.
Till it all blows over. Hopefully soon, but they've also got their wedding in September, which is really exciting but worrying for anyone.
Early September, isn't it?
Like, it's early September, and there's people in August that are having their weddings cancelled, so it's all really scary. And for anyone that has a wedding planned around this time, I hope that you're managing okay or feeling okay about it, because it must just be the most
and it's really difficult.
Heartbreaking thing.
I think that is the biggest kind of event that like I would be gutted. Yes, I did. That I would be gutted to be cancelled. Because obviously people are having holidays cancelled and stuff like that, which is gutting, especially if it's, you know, a holiday you've saved up for and looked forward to for a couple of years. But to have your wedding postponed or cancelled, like,
mad.
Like if it was this time last year, ours would have been postponed or cancelled, and that would have just been gutting.
Absolutely.
But then you can't, and it's so difficult as well because you can't really complain because there's far worse situations to be in. And so seeing people who have had their wedding cancelled and trying to be positive and being like, I'm like, you go.
Yeah, I know. You go, because I wouldn't be that positive girl. You're inspiration. No, it's true. We saw someone earlier who posted like a positive post about it, and I was like, wow, like, it's just not easy.
No.
So if you're not feeling positive about it, I understand.
Away from like health and well-being, it's the most gutting thing.
Absolutely. Like,
yeah.
What was the question? How are you managing with a busier household?
Oh, right.
So yes, they've come to live with us, and to be honest, it doesn't even feel any different. It actually feels more chill.
It's busier in a good way.
Yeah.
See, I think because obviously it's lockdown, it would have been such a quiet house if it was just us three.
Yeah.
Thursday, I mean Mila.
But also they cook for us. So
They
it's
do.
like
That's
yesterday
nice.
we were like out and about, and we went on, we did our daily walk a bit later, and we got back at like 8. And before, we probably would have just been like, oh, let's just have toast and beans or something, whatever. And they'd cook this like couscous prawn dish, and we were like, this is the life.
You can stay.
Yeah.
You can chef for us.
What are we going to do when you leave?
Yeah. But it's been good. We've been like taking it in turns each night to cook.
Yeah. And
it's been nice and social in the evenings. We've been able to play some board games and watch TV together and stuff. So it's been really lovely.
Yeah, we started a series together, so we've been watching The Office together, but then we also have times where we watch things separately. They've got a little lounge upstairs. We had a date night the other night, which we vlogged, and they had their own date night as well that night. So they're really good people. Like, they do their own thing, and then we do things together, and it's just, it works really, really well.
Pressure to like do things together.
This one says, sorry, too much information. Since you've had your implant removed, do you enjoy sex more? Love you. I feel like that one's funny because I read it and I was like, yeah, I actually do. Like, I don't know what it was like for you, but ever since I've had it removed, I've been like just loving having sex, but then at the same time I'm like,
great. So
is that because
it wasn't so good?
no,
Cool.
but I'm like obsessed now, like really, really enjoy it, and I'm like, is that because I know that like now I have my implant removed?
It's more of a,
is it like an underlying,
it's more of a reason to watch. So even if you don't want to have sex for the other reason of being
there's a partner, double reason.
You want to have sex to try to have a baby.
Yeah, well, exactly. So is it that? But I don't consciously think like that.
But also,
so I'm like, does it just feel better?
You're on the cycle, and everything works a bit differently.
It does. Honestly, I was saying this to James. Like it does feel different, not dramatically different, but it just. I've just been enjoying it more. Yeah. So I wonder if that's an interesting question in terms of did you come off it and you enjoyed it more and thought was that random? Because if so, it wasn't, because I would say overall yes.
Anyway, do you guys swear much off camera?
Actually, I swear.
Carys has a proper little potty mouth.
I do have a potty mouth, guys, honestly. And I don't subconsciously not swear on camera. But I think it's just...
I think when the camera comes out, you think you're in front of your parents? I'm joking.
No, definitely not. What's your favourite sex position? Good question, man.
I don't know, I've been around you and your mum talking.
As I was saying that, I was like, James is definitely going to be like, what are you on about?
I've been there with Carys, her 2 sisters and her mum, and I've been like, what have I got into?
Literally, I'm like, right guys, look at this spot on my vagina. And James is there like... My mum's there like, how does he cope with you? She said that to me so many times. He's perfect. I don't know how he copes with you. It's true. What was the question? I do. I have a potty mouth. Honestly,
it's not actually a potty mouth.
Oh no, it's not. It's not that bad. But like compared to, I would never swear on camera. But I don't subconsciously think that.
Yeah. A couple of times I go to swear on camera and then I tuck it away.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I did swear.
No, we're quite good. We've got better. We've grown up. I think we've grown out of it slightly.
Yeah.
I think maybe we used to swear more.
Yeah, now I can't.
Now we just use it for emphasis sometimes. You know, I swear
because I'm a dramatic person, so I feel like I use it for emphasis. Oh, you're asking.
I use it for emphasis a lot.
That is a good one though, because if you were to think that I would be the type of person to never say a swear word, like it's definitely not true.
No.
I would definitely be.
I swear as well. Yes. I do, I promise.
You're naughty as well.
How do you know it's time to leave a relationship?
I just knew as soon as you read that question out that you were going to stand up and leave the blooming room.
How do you know it's time to leave a video?
How do you know it's time to leave a relationship? Whenever your partner is not encouraging you to be the best version of yourself and want the best for you in life. Encourage you to be the best you possible.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Do you agree?
I do.
Yes, you do.
Is that a nice
Sorry, that was
microphone?
actually a... Yeah, let's go with microphone.
Do
you agree?
Yes.
He does. Is that the last question?
Yeah.
Okay. We hope you guys enjoyed catching up with us a little bit. We enjoyed doing that. We always love doing a little sit down.
I'm starving now and it's only 6 PM, so I'm going to go
We're
and
off
start
to
cooking.
cook. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please give the video a like if you did enjoy. Leave us a comment below. We love reading your comments. Subscribe if you're new and turn your noties on. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.